Is Intel finally back, or did the stock run too far? Intel just delivered one of those quarters that makes investors pay attention again. Revenue beat, adjusted earnings beat, data center growth was strong, and guidance came in better than expected. But here's the tension. The stock has already exploded higher. By the end of this video, you'll know what improved, what still worries me, and what price would make Intel more interesting. 3 tests decide the setup: sales momentum, cash generation, and whether the manufacturing bet starts earning its keep. The short version is this: turnaround improving, stock already excited. So what are we trying to find out? This is not financial advice. I'm going to walk through Intel's latest numbers, the price chart, FinanceToGo scorecard, valuation, bull case, bear case, and the main risks. Also, you'll hear my final verdict. The reason Intel matters right now is simple. The company beat expectations, guided above consensus, and the market suddenly treating it like a comeback story. If you're building a watch list instead of chasing a stock after a big jump, this is the kind of setup worth slowing down for. If you want stock breakdowns that separate a real turnaround from a crowded comeback trade, subscribe to FinanceToGo. The goal on this channel is to separate real opportunities from value traps using numbers, valuation, and plain English stock analysis. So, what kind of business is Intel now? Intel is not just a normal chip stock. It designs CPUs, sells into PCs and data centers, and is trying to rebuild its manufacturing and foundry position. That makes the story more complicated than a simple earnings beat. Here is the simple version. Intel has strategic assets, a huge brand, and a chance to benefit if AI demands spreads beyond GPUs into CPUs, devices, servers, and advanced packaging. But it also has a heavy factory costs, years of execution baggage, and a foundry business that still has to prove it can reduce attractive returns. So I like the improvement, but I do not want to treat the comeback as finished. For Intel, the headline is momentum. The test whether that momentum turns into real cash after capital spending. So what is the market already telling us? The chart tells us investors are no longer ignoring Intel. Around $126, this is not a forgotten low expectation stock anymore. The market is paying for a recovery. That does not mean the stock has to fall. It means the bar is higher. When a turnaround stock runs this much, the next 3 quarters have to confirm the story and not just hint at it. So, did Intel actually crush the quarter? The latest quarter was genuinely strong versus expectations. Intel reported 13.58 billion of revenue versus 12.42 billion expected. That is a 1.6 billion beat, and revenue grew plus 7% year over year. Adjusted EPS was 0.29 compared with 0.1 expected. The data center and AI segment reached 5.1 billion, up 22%. Gross margin also improved, with adjusted gross margin at 41%, up 1.8 percentage points. The red flag is cash and GAAP profitability. Intel still reported a negative 3.7 GAAP net loss, and free cash flow was roughly negative 2.54 billion after 3.64 billion of capex. So the quarter was a major beat, but not a fully clean recovery. So what improved and what still needs proof? What improved is clear. Revenue beat expectations, adjusted EPS beat by a wide margin, data center demand was strong, and margin moved in the right direction. And Q2 guidance was better than analysts expected too. What still needs proof is also clear. GAAP losses are still large, free cash flow is negative, foundry economics are not proven, and the stock price already reflects a lot of optimism. The bulls are right that Intel finally has momentum, but they may be ignoring how much good news is already in the stock. The bears are right about cash burn and execution risk, but they may be missing the demand improvements in CPUs and data center. So what is Intel worth if the recovery works? For valuation, I would not use today's GAAP earnings as the main anchor because the turnaround costs distort the picture. I would look at normalized earnings power, future free cash flow, and then cross-check that against Intel's strategic manufacturing value. For this analysis, my fair value range is $85 to $110, and the buy zone discussion starts below roughly $75 to $85, unless free cash flow and foundry losses improve much faster than expected. At today's quote, the stock is above that range. Intel is not a bad company, just because the price looks stretched. The issue is that a better business does not automatically mean a better stock if the price already assumes the turnaround is working. So what has to go right for Intel stock to work? The bull case is that Intel is finally getting real demand again. CPUs matter in the AI era. Data center and AI revenue is growing, and foundry plus advanced packaging could become more valuable if customer commitments build over time. If that happens, Intel can move from turnaround hope to actual earnings power, but the company has to show that the factory investment creates value after all the spending. What could turn the comeback into a trap? So the bear case is that investors are paying too much too soon. Intel still has negative free cash flow, large gap in losses, intense competition, and a foundry strategy that needs execution. The biggest risk is simple. The stock already moved, but the cash flow proof has not fully arrived. If guidance slips, foundry losses stay large, or capex keeps eating cash, the current price becomes harder to defend. So what would change the thesis next quarter? Next quarter, I would watch Q2 revenue versus the 13.8 billion to 13.8 billion to a 14.8 billion guide, adjusted gross margin, free cash flow, data center and AI growth, and also foundry losses. The thesis breaker list is straightforward. It would be a guidance miss, margin rolling over, free cash flow staying deeply negative with no improvement, weak foundry traction, or the stock rising even faster than earnings power. So is Intel a buy zone candidate or a turnaround watchlist stock? My FinanceToGo verdict is turnaround speculative. So results are improving, but valuation already expects a lot. Intel goes in the turnaround or watchlist bucket. The quarter was impressive, but the valuation is no longer giving investors much room for disappointment. The title promise was turnaround real or too expensive, and my answer is the recovery is getting more credible, but the entry point is not cheap. The reusable lesson is that a turnaround can be real and still be a bad entry point if the stock price moves faster than the fundamentals. I would keep Intel on the research list, but I would not chase it after a huge move unless the next numbers keep improving and cash flow starts catching up. So if you want to follow turnarounds as the numbers change quarter by quarter, subscribe FinanceToGo. That is the point of this channel, checking whether the story and the numbers actually line up. Also tell me in the comments, bull case or bear case, has the comeback finally arrived, or is Intel ahead of the business? And again, this is an educational content only, not financial advice. Always do your own research.